Hello, and welcome to the Weekend WindUp. My name is Mara. This is Mindfully Crocheted. Here at the Weekend WindUp, we weave in some ends, we wind up some yarn, we chat with our friends. Hello, and aloha to Aloha Crochet with Naomi. How are you? Welcome in, and hello to Tank and Jennifer and Jen Reeves and Lois and Suzanne Goulet. Also, you guys, I'm going to say real quick, throughout the live, Naomi's channel, Aloha Crochet, is going to drop about every 15 minutes. Right now, this sweet lady who has a nice channel is trying to get to her 500 subscribers. And she is hoping to do that by her 1 year. So if you can, when her channel drops. And also, Naomi, if you want to type in the word mindful, you can also do that. And that'll get it going because Nightbot might take a few seconds to wake up. All right. So welcome in, everyone. Hello to Suzanne Goulet. And Jennifer says, a blanket hello that she is silently observing. Okay, that sounds good. And so for all the silent observers, I'm going to play this for you. And Denise, thank you so much for gifting memberships. And congratulations to Literature with Kathleen and Reading All About It. And Tracy J. Henson and Sparkly Pat, welcome back. And welcome back to also to Reading All About It, and Tracy. And also Margie Crochet received a gifted membership. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Let me play this thank you to Denise, and then I will also play a welcome to the new members. Thank you so much, Denise, for your kindness, and this is for you. Okay, and for the new members, where is my new member? There it is. Okay, welcome and welcome back, new members. All right. Okay. So tonight we are going to be making a very cute little mug rug. And honestly, I made it in stages over the last week or so. And so I don't know exactly how long it'll take us. Probably not our full 2 hours, but in case we stop, I want to also say happy Flag Day. I'm going to give you a few Flag Day facts today. And we are going to do a crochet along. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up my secondary camera. And I'm just going to swap. Let's see, we're going to go to this. Okay, so you guys will be able to see me, and you'll also be able to see my workspace. So we have, hopefully, I think, yes, it does appear in the right direction on screen. Hello, Kim G. And anyone else that may have come in when I was not paying attention. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody. All right. see. Oh, I have to scroll down. I haven't scrolled down yet. Okay. I was a little behind. All right. Yes. So this is a pattern by Joe to the World, and she has a website. Well, she also has a YouTube tutorial. So I don't want this to be as much as a tutorial because she already has one. I may do some things a little bit different than she does over on her channel, but her name is Joe to the World. I'm going to go ahead and put up the YouTube tutorial link right there. So go over to that video, like it, save it for later if you can, or download it or something. Oh, hello, Tank. She's like, hello to all my sweets. My hands are busy. Sorry, she says. Okay. All right. Anyway, so go over and save that video. I am also, and she has a free pattern on her website, and I am going to post the link for that as well. Also, when you go to her tutorial, when you go to her tutorial, in the comments section, there is a link to the free pattern on her website. And so I'm going to go ahead and just post that link for you. Okay. Oh, that is not the right link. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Oh my goodness. I pasted by accident the flag facts. And so I need to, I guess when I did Control C, it didn't copy. Hold on a second. All right, let me come back over here and Control C. Do it again, just in case. Control C. Okay, let's see if that works. Control V. Yes, it does. Okay, so here is the link to her pattern on her website. And so really, if you can bring that up, it's going to give you the specifics. I will tell you and kind of show you, but it's not intended to replace her good work over on her website as well as her tutorial. I just thought it would be fun to make this together. Okay, so what you'll need if you want to make a USA flag mug rug is you'll need some red yarn, preferably cotton, but you can use whatever kind you prefer. Okay, and some white and some blue. Okay, so you'll need a red, a white, a shade of blue. You know, I chose like a dark denim navy color, but another good option would be this lighter denim color. That would be nice too. It's even got a little bit of specks of white in there. So you could choose that. You could choose, you know, a baby blue, a royal blue. I also have royal blue. So choose the color you would like. For the purposes of this, I'm going to stick with my navy because I want to have two matching ones. When the evening is done, I want to have two matching ones. Okay. I believe she recommended a 4mm hook. So 4mm hook you can use, or, you know, use a corresponding hook for your yarn. That would also be fine. Okay. All right, let me see. Not sure if I'm missing. Okay, no, doesn't look like I'm missing other chat. Trying to keep up on my phone here too. Okay. All right. So first, before we start, and we will be starting with red. Okay. You may also want to have some stitch markers. I'm going to try to do it without stitch markers because it'll go a little bit faster not having to take them out. But, you know, have 2 or 3 stitch markers, one for each end of your row. You can also have one in case you need to put one into your working yarn so that you don't pull out your work. Okay. I'll just have the stitch markers. You're also going to need very handy a pair of scissors. So I've got my little scissors for cutting, because when we're doing the rows, we will be fastening off, although we will be, happy Flag Day, Angela. We will be turning our work in this. This is not like mosaic where you just go from right to left or left to right, depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed. And so we will be flipping our work, although there will be a right side and a wrong side when all is said and done. Okay. Because obviously we're going to have our US flag with the blue in the upper left of the flag. Okay. And let's see. So you've got your stitch markers, you've got your hook, you have your scissors. And then when it comes to making the little extra fringe, we will, I'll show you how I cut the fringe on mine to be about 1 inch and to be equal on both sides. Okay. All right. So how many of you are going to do this with me? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Hello, Rebecca McCauley. How are you? All right. Okay. So I will start us off with a little bit of a flag fact about Flag Day. Let's see. Okay. So Flag Day is observed annually on June 14th to commemorate the adoption of the Stars and Stripes as the official U.S. flag, and that was in 1777. Okay. Though it is a nationally celebrated day of observance, it is not an official federal holiday, meaning that if it had fallen on like a regular Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday weekday, as on a regular weekday, the government offices and banks are generally operating on their normal hours on Flag Day. Okay. All right. And that's the one fact I'm going to give for right now. Okay. Oh, and Rebecca says, I am going to join you as soon as I get dishes done. Okay. That sounds awesome. And hello, Crafty Terry. All right. Okay. So on here, this is going to be worked in back and forth rows. And let's see. We will be starting with our red. We're working bottom up. Okay. There are a total of 19 rows, plus with the addition of the little fringe on the side. This particular flag is not anatomically correct because, as you see, at least I don't think so. 1, 2, 3. So wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Technically, if we only have 13 stripes, like on our normal flag, this is going to have 19 stripes, if you will. Okay. But obviously it also doesn't have 50 stars on it. It is meant to be representative of the US flag. All right. I think I got all my disclaimers out of the way. So let's get to it. Okay. I will show you over here on, let me see, I'm going to share my screen, and there we go. Pull this up. So on Joe to the World's website, she does have the pattern, and it does include ads, as you can see. And so there will be pop-up ads, but you do have the option to purchase her crochet patterns. Like you can buy an all access pass, and then you can get her patterns to be PDFs or ad free. Okay. All right. But I did just want to show you that. And she introduces herself. She says, "Hi, I'm Joe, the designer behind the Joe to the World creations." She is from Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I thought it was kind of cute that she's Canadian and she did a US flag for us. She says she's dedicated to helping you make the perfect crochet gift. I love designing and sharing free crochet patterns that you can make for every gift occasion. All right. And so right here, it does say, learn how to crochet an American flag coaster with this quick and easy USA mug rug crochet pattern that's perfect for the 4th of July or anytime you want a fun and patriotic project like Flag Day. Okay. So she says, thanks for joining her on her channel or on her website. And then here is the information. She says that this pattern includes detailed written instructions and a step-by-step video tutorial so that you can easily crochet an American flag inspired mug rug. Okay. And I love it. I love how she's got like a set of 4 pictured there. I think I'd like to make 4, and they are fairly quick and easy. Okay. She says it's a beginner friendly, and the pattern should create approximately a mug rug that, like without tassels, is about 5.75 by 4.5 inches high. Okay. All right. So you only need about 30 yards of red, 30 yards of white, and 5 yards of blue. And she says a 4.5 millimeter, but my G hook is a 4 millimeter. Okay. You can use a measuring tape if you want. All right. She also gives you instructions on how you can adjust the height and the width to make a larger project. And I'm not going to go over that right now because we are going to make the basic pattern. She does have the link to her video tutorial as well. And it is all available as a PDF, which includes everything listed here, but as a printer-friendly and ad-free PDF that you can instantly download. Okay. And then you can become a member. It says get 180 plus PDF patterns with her all access membership. Okay. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to switch back, stop sharing. And it took me out of that view. Let's go back there. Okay. All right. Cherry. Hello, Cherry. She says, I just bought 2 skeins of red, white, and blue. All right. And Jen says it rained hard for a little bit, but not long. Okay, let me come up here. Oh, and Cherry says, hello from Akron, Ohio. Well, hello, Cherry. How is Akron, Ohio doing? Do you guys say Akron or Akron? Do you say Akron, Ohio, or do you say Akron? Inquiring minds want to know. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, and here we go. Looks like Nightbot did drop Naomi's link. And so please check out Naomi. I would appreciate it. All right. And people are greeting one another. Thank you. Hello to Karen JSP. And she says, I'll listen. She's not that proficient at crochet. No worries, Karen. And Demetra, she says, hi, Mara, and everyone in the chat. And Jen says, hi, Cherry. I'm Ohio, too. And then that's where the rain comment came from. She says, did you get a lot of rain? And then Jen said it rained, but not that long. Okay. Ooh, we had tornado warning, says Cherry. And Kim says, still having thunderstorm warnings. Tornado threat went north of us in PA. Oh, I hope it stays away. And Naomi says, I'm in Kansas. So all of you having the crazy weather, please be safe. We have had them for almost a week up until late last night. And hello, Maisie. Good to see you. And Naomi says that her hubby is from Ohio. All right. Did I catch up? I think I caught up. All right. Okie dokie. So we're going to make a slip knot once I get to the end of my red. And because this end is going to become part of the tassels, I do want it to be a couple inches long. I'll probably, as you can see, I'll probably cut off most of it, but I do want it to be long enough to work with when it comes time to do the tassels. So make your slip knot and then chain 21. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 21. Okay, so I've got my chain of 21. Something also to note before we really get going is maybe you don't finish it tonight, but if you make one of these and you finish it, if you send it to me, I'm going to go ahead and send me a picture of it. That is, you can send me a picture to my email or through Facebook Messenger if we're connected there. And then I will add you to the June wheel. I'll probably also put you onto the upcoming July wheel. And then I'll give you a couple of entries onto the wheel, onto the monthly wheels. All right. Okay. And so once you have your chain of 21, hello, Diana Crane. And Angela Branham says, we've had rain all day. Okay. Oh, also, here we go. Jen Reeves dropped her channel. Can you please go over, check her out, pick her up, and maybe, watch some of her videos? Jen, you are welcome to tell us like how many watch hours you still need, as I know that you're getting there, right? How those watch hours work is for monetization. When you're trying to get that first level of monetization, you'll need 3,000 watch hours. And those have to all be within the last 365 days. So if your channel is more than 365 days, any watch time that you had on that 366th day will drop off. So YouTube is just looking at the current year. Okay. All right. What is my name on Facebook Messenger? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm also on there at Mindfully Crocheted. So you can look up Mindfully Crocheted and send me a message, and I should get a notification of your message request. All right. So into the second chain, you're just kind of looking at that top loop. You don't have to go into the back bump. You'll just go into the second chain into that top loop, and you'll make a single crochet. And since I'm just at the very beginning, I'm going to put in my stitch marker into that first single crochet, And now I'm going to crochet in each of the next 19 chains. And so I will have a total of 20 single crochets. Okay. So that's 4. Okay, I'm halfway. This is 10. I keep hiccuping. Is my oh, okay, there we go. Jen says, please, I need like 900 hours. So if you can, leave me running in the corner. Oh yeah, I know. I think I have to choose another playlist because I've already gone through like the 2025 or the 2024 and the 2025 or something. So, all right. And then Kim G says, what's it worth to you, Bendy? Hello, Sanita. Sanita makes crochet items. She says, hi there. All right. Now I lost count. Is that 10 still? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, 10. Remember, we are going to 20. 11. $15. My thing is trying to twist here. I need to recount. Oh, nope, that's 20. Okay. I'm hello, Sammy Jazz. Okay, so we have 20 single crochets. Now I'm going to leave this up to you how you would like to change colors. I'm going to show you how she changes colors at the end. Essentially, I'm just going to first clip my red. Clip my red, and I'm going to come over, grab my white. Okay. Now that row of single crochets was row 1. So our odd number rows for now are going to be red. Our even numbered rows are going to be white. Okay. Hello, Mona. Sifting Some Soil and More is here. And Mona, I do have my live set up to go over to your live after. And so at the end, Cherry, thank you for becoming a new member. I will play a new member welcome for you in just a moment. There we go. All right. Anyway, Mona has a channel, Sifting Some Soil and More, and she goes live for the late night friends from 9 o'clock Pacific time. So that would be midnight Eastern. And my live is set up to automatically redirect over to her. Although I don't know that I'm going to be going for 3 hours, but it'll still redirect you over there. So that way you can make sure to do a mindful raid over to Mona's. All right, so we're going to leave a bit of a tail and just pull up a loop. Okay. And then we're going to tighten down that red. Okay, this is not my preferred way to join a new color, but this is what she does. Then I'm going to chain one and turn. Okay. Once I do my first single crochet in that first one from round one, I'm going to try to pull things down tight with the red and the white. Okay. And I'll be able to tighten that a little bit more later. Here, if you want, you can put in a stitch marker into that first stitch. You just want to make sure that you always have a count of 20 at the end of each row. Hello, Sammy Jazz. She says she's back. And hi, everyone. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 10. And now it's going to curl a little bit till we get a few more rows, but also that's going to keep that in mind as far as your tension goes. Jen says, Mona, my hubby keeps asking me when you're coming up again. Oh, did you travel up to Ohio, Mona? Okay, and we're just doing a single crochet in each across. No fancy stitches here. It is pretty much all single crochets and some chains and turns. Okay, we'll put a single crochet in white. Now see, this is also where you could make your color change if you like. You can bring your red back up and just finish off that last, the number 20 single crochet with your color change. This is how I do like to do it, but we're going to go ahead and do it her way. Okay. But you can just make your color change that way, and then you can do a chain one and turn. Okay. And if that's how you want to do it, that is very fine with me. Okay. All right. So in this case, though, I am going to finish that last one. Okay. And then I'm going to cut my white yarn just because I might forget. We're going to get that detached and ready for the next row. So row number 3, we're back to red. Okay. Row number 4 will be white, row number 5 red, and so on until we get to row 12. Okay. All right. So if you jump ahead, you're going back and forth until you finish with a row of white at row 12. Okay. People greeting one another. Oh, and Mona says, I'll be there in August, Jen. Oh, nice. And Jen says, I remember Mona. He don't, LOL. Okay. And Crafty Terry says, hey, Jen, there is another time to change yarny trails with Jen. Jen Reeves in Reno, Nevada. Wait a minute. Are you going to Nevada? Are you going to be in Reno? Okay, so I'm pulling up that loop of red, tightening down the white. I want to make sure there's enough of a tail. And then we're going to chain one and turn, and we'll do 20 single crochets across. Okay, that's one. I'm going to take out this stitch marker now because since I know that I'm going to do 20, I'm going to double check that I did do it, but feel free to put your stitch markers in at the end of your row. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 11. $19, and the last one is $20. Okay. That's how it's looking so far on that side. I'm going to cut my red yarn. Just going to free up a little bit of white yarn so I'm not struggling as I do my single crochets for row 4. Jen Reeves says, there are many, many Jen Reeves. One is a truck driver with a social security number almost the same as mine. Oh my goodness. Cherry says, this is adorable. I love coasters. Me too, Cherry. Oh, right. And I wanted to play a welcome to Cherry. Thank you for becoming a new member, an inspired artisan. And this is for you. Okay, and then if I can find my little red end, I'm going to tighten that down. I've got my next white attached, and I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, once again, single crochets across. We should have 20. There you go. Members and moderators can type in the word inspired. Also, it's good to say what you're inspired by. And then Nightbot will either give you a mindfulness quote, or you may also, members and moderators may also get a lucky wheel entry. Now, if you're not a member, that's okay. You can type in the word yogi, Y-O-G-I, and you might still get a lucky subscriber entry. Okay, to go on to the monthly, one of the monthly wheels. Okay. Ooh, and look at that. There is one. Laura got a lucky mod entry. She got a double wheel entry. And I've started that message so that I could. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Hello, tie-dye and Dawn. Now, again, this mug rug is by Joe to the World. This is her website with her free pattern. Kim G says, inspired by sunshine. Okay, I'm just going to double check because I didn't really count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Good. Okay. Yes, people are typing in yogi, and members can also type in yogi too. So you do need to be a member or a moderator to type in the word inspired, but you only have to be a subscriber to type in yogi. Okay. And for subscribers, it is 1 entry on the monthly wheel per live. Okay. Inspired by travel, says Kim. Yeah. Okay, so now I need to bring up our next row of red. We're going to be on row 5. Whoop. But first, let me trim the white so it's out of the way. Okay. This is, a few inches. These don't have to be exactly the same length when you cut them because you'll be trimming them to be lined up when you add the extra fringe. Ooh, inspired by the song Ordinary. I love that song. That is my 2025 favorite song of the year. I do still like listening to it even in 2026. Okay, we are now putting the red back in. Just gonna pull a little bit more off my skein. Okay, we gotta tighten down that white, and we're going to chain 1, turn, and single crochet across. That's 1, 2, 3, 10. $17, $18, $19, and we finish with $20. Okay. Cut the red. Row 6. An even number is white. Okay, I'm chaining 1 and turning. Oh, hello, Crochet Queen Izzy. It's okay. Welcome in. Five. Okay, that's 13. 16. Okay, 19 and 20. Okay, I'm gonna trim that white one. Oh, there we go, Lois, congrats. She got a Inspired Artisan single entry. I'm gonna just star that message. Give me a sec. Okay. All right. And so, I am trying to keep up. So if I don't acknowledge and bring it up on screen, then that means I probably didn't see it. So please congratulate people when they get their subscriber entries and their inspired artisan lucky wheel entries. And so that way I can find it and star it since I'm not writing them down. Okay. All right. So that was the end of row 6. I need to trim the white off. Okay. And then we're going to pick up the red for row 7. Okay. All right, so then we're going to chain 1 and turn. And single crochet across. There should be still be a total of 20. It's going to always be 20. Okay. I know you guys are going to get bored of hearing me say that, but I'm going to repeat it for anybody that's coming in. And if you came in a little bit later and you didn't see the link for the pattern to this USA flag mug rug, let me know. I will post it, and there we go. Congrats, Kim. She got a triple entry. Inspired artisans can get 2 of those wheel entries. They can get a max of 6 entries on the wheel. You could get 2 single entries. You could get a single and a double. You could get 2 triples. So you could get anywhere from 2 to 6 entries max. You just get 2 comments, and then on the subscriber Yogi monthly wheel entries, you can only get 1 per live. All right, so hopefully for those of you that are new, you'll understand that. Okay. I didn't count. Trying to pull a little more red off the skein. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm using cotton for this. I think cotton is good for things like mug rugs, but if you're wanting to do this, you can try it also with just, acrylic yarn or whatever kind of yarn that you want. But I do think cotton or even kitchen cotton is best for a mug rug. All right, I'm going to double check my count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, it's pretty easy to stick with 20, but since I'm doing a live stream, you never know. Okay. All right. And I am going to clip the red. Okay. Now for row number 8, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, row number 8. We switch back to white. You getting the general idea here? Okay, now I'm going to chain 1 and turn 20 single crochets across. Thank you, Sandra, for popping in that pattern again. I appreciate it. I have it copied for copying and pasting, but I appreciate you doing it. Okay. 2, 4, 6. You know what I should do is I am going to pin Sandra's message so that way it'll be at the top if anybody wants to find it. Okay. 2, 4, 6. And it is a free pattern on Joe to the World's website. And Sandra says, hello, everyone. Been listening while working on a test pattern. Oh, nice. I like that. Lois says, inspired by free. Okay, I love it. Okay. Going to trim the white. Row number 9, we're back to red. This might be a little confusing. I'm going to move it off to the side for now. Chain 1 and turn, single crochet across for a total of 20. That was a little bit of a loose crochet. With this year being the 250th anniversary of America, of the US, I thought it would be really great to do the, something for Flag Day, and also to just like in general try to celebrate up the whole Independence Day holiday coming up this year. I wanted to show really quick at Hobby Lobby, they did they had these fun ceramic mason type jars. They have the ones with stars, and then they also had stripes. So I got one of each of these, and this week they did have it for 40% off. These were $5.99 each, so $6, $2.40 off the price. So that made it $3.60 if my math is correct. So I paid $3.60 for each of these, and I live in a state without sales tax, so I did not pay sales tax. But they're super cute, and they're a good size, pretty good size mason jar. And it definitely is like, it's the length of my hand. It's the height, or its height is like the length of my hand. And these were super fun. I mean, I haven't washed them yet, and I haven't taken off the stickers, but you can drink out of this. You could drink a hot drink out of this. There isn't a handle, but you can put a warm drink in here. You can just have a nice, fun, refreshing drink. Like I made a a dirty soda tonight. And what a dirty soda is it's Fresca and fruit juice and some fresh fruit. So I've got some raspberries and like a little mandarin orange and lime. And I also put lemon juice in here. Super low calorie and quite refreshing. Oh, sweet. Aw. Zach, hello, Zach. It's good to see you. He says Mara smells like peanut butter and popcorn tonight. I do. Can you smell me all the way from there? Hello, Mandy Longvine. It's good to see you. Let me just scroll back. And hello, Art with Connie. Hello. Sanita says, my cotton is a 2-weight cotton going to go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow. Okay, cool. Well, you can use a 2-weight cotton if you want. And Zach said hi to Sandra. She says, you smell like a cinnamon roll tonight. Ooh, neato. All right. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I know my chat jumped quite a bit. So let me know if I missed anything. I'm going to scroll down. So far, we have had 3 wheel entries that I have seen. Laura had an entry, Kim G had an entry, and Lois had entries. So they all got comments. Okay, great. Inspired by family. Okay. So let me finish up this row number 9. Okay, that should be 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, 20. Okay. You love strawberries and blueberries? Yeah. I had never heard of a dirty soda until like this past year or so. There is a parent at our school. I work at a school. I have a couple of jobs, but one of them is working at a school. And she, like, whenever there's like some kind of teachers get goodies event, she has done for us a couple of times these dirty sodas. So you can get like Dr. Pepper, and there's different kinds of sodas. My favorite to have is Fresca, just because it's like low calorie or 0 calorie. And then she puts all these different fruit juices. You can also get like coconut water or coconut juice added in. And it is just such a refreshing beverage. I can't even tell you. Okay, we are swapping back to white. And whenever I make them for myself or whenever I have them, I always feel like I'm, being decadent or like I'm cheating, and I'm really not. Like this beverage probably has less than 10 calories in it because of the fruit that I added. Okay. Number nine. Okay. One, 3, 5, 7, 9. We are starting row 10. Joining the white. And down the red. We're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, and single crochet across for a total of 20 single crochets. That's 12, 13, 14, and 20. Yeah, I know. My mom used to drink Fresca, and for the longest time, I thought they didn't even make Fresca anymore. And when somebody to one of my events that I went to, I think I was in a book club, and one of my sorority sisters, we had like a book club for our sorority sisters, and this was as adults, the alumni, and she brought Fresca, and I was like, they still make Fresca? It cracked me up. Okay, so I'm going to trim the white, and we are going to rejoin red for number 11. Hello, Kristen F. Good to see you. Ooh, Angela says, inspired by teal. Okay, we've got our red. So we have one more row of red, one more row of white. Okay, tighten that down, chain 1 and turn. 20 single crochet across. 1, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. And trim the red. And this should be our row 12 with white. Hello, Monica. Hello, Bonnie Bunting. Okay. Okay. Just making sure I've got enough white here. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 and turn. And 20 single crochet across. Ooh, inspired to plant, says Diana Crane. Inspired by talent, says Kim G. For those of you coming in, the pattern for this USA flag mug rug is pinned at the top of the chat. It is by Joe to the World, and she is actually Canadian from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Okay, and that should be 20. I'm going to fasten off my white. Okay, so these are our first 12 rows. Of course, we started with a starting chain. Let's move that over a little bit. Started with the starting chain, then we did a single crochet of red for row 1. All the odd numbers have been red, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. All the evens have been white, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And now with row 13, oh, Connie says she is in Kansas as well, Naomi. Oh, okay. Monica did animal facts and a sloth fact came up. Oh, and another sloth fact came up. And somebody must have done a joke. Why are skeletons so calm? Because nothing gets under their skin. Okay. All right. So with row 13, we are going to start with blue. Okay. So we'll get our blue. We'll add it in the same way we've been doing all of the ends or changing colors. We're going to slip in the blue, tighten down the white, chain 1, and turn. Okay. Now we're going to do 8 single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3. Ooh, Kim G just got her other entry. Okay, why did it do that? Okay. That's me, a sloth, says Cherry B. I feel like that when I'm trying to finish a project. Okay, so that was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Now, again, if you like to change colors, we're going to be changing to red here. You can change your color to red by just pulling the red up and finishing off your 8th single crochet here. I'm going to do what she does, what Joe from Joe to the World does for the integrity of her pattern. Okay. Naomi says, I've been in Kansas since 1999. Okay, so then we're going to double check 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we're going to bring in our red for the remainder of the row. So there will be 12 single crochets in red. We want our blue to be in the front because this is going to be the back of our work. So I'm going to trim the blue here. Right about there. And when I join the red, I'm actually going to weave in my end because now this is something actually I've been just talked about the integrity of the pattern. But when I made mine, I had it so that the blue was here and I weaved in the 4 blue ends, but the red, I just weave them in here to make it just less ends to weave in at the end. Okay, so at the end you'll have to weave in 4 blue ends. If you do it her way, you'll have to weave in 4 blue and 4 red. Okay, but I'm going to show you just with weaving in as I go with the red. All right, you're loving the mug rug. Okay, all right, let me put that back over here, and now we're going to switch to red. Make sure I've got enough red pulled up and out. Okay. So I'm just going to leave a long enough end where it may actually come out the other end. Okay, so we put in the red and we tighten down the blue. And then we're going to just continue over the top of the tail. I'm going to do 1. And I'm going to try to have it toward this side of the work. I guess I didn't really go that far. Okay, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, Denise Lee, congrats. Monica typed in funny, and she got a kind of a yarn joke. What type of craft is always angry? Cross stitch. A crafty joke anyway. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, look at that. 11. The end is now getting in the way because I didn't make it quite long enough. It's here. 11 and 12. This will probably get hidden underneath when I tie on the tassel to the end, okay? So here we're going to make sure that I've got still 20. I already counted the blue and had 8, then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 red stitches. So now we're going to do a row of white, and then we're going to repeat this, and we're going to do that for about 7 more rows, and then we'll be able to move on to the tassels. Okay, let's trim the red. And we're going to join our white. Now my white is buried under blue. Okay, so row 14 is a row of white. I'm going to attach it, chain 1, turn, and then do 20 single crochets across. Okay, so now I have to kind of shove that in there a little bit. And then we'll skip over to this one. Okay. And then we should have 7 more. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Trim our white, and then we will attach blue for row 15. Chain 1 and turn. How are you guys doing? Anybody following along? Is anybody with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and we do 1 more. That's 8. Okay. Gonna trim the blue, bring it to this back side, grab the red. I should be making some for my son, says Monica. I'm working on it, says Sunita. Excellent. You want to work on it with me? Come on up. All right. And let's see. Miss anything else? Okay. All right. Having trouble. Okay, again, we're tightening it down so that you can't see the blue loop. And I'm moving the red tail kind of to the front here with me, and I'm going to go over that tail, and I'm going to do 12 single crochets in red, crocheting over the tail. If you don't want to crochet over the tail and you want to weave this in later, you can totally do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. So I did end up with a little bit more extra, which is fine. What I did with the first one that I made, oh, Cherry says, I'm following but not making tonight. Yeah, it is a fun little project. Thanks, Cherry. Oh, good. I'm glad that I saw that you received it. That is the nice thing about Amazon. They let you know and people got it. All right. Now we're going to trim off the red end. Actually, I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way now. I'm going to trim that off. Put that in my scraps. Okay. Okay, now we're going to join in white and do, for row 16, a row of white. We're getting there. Should have about 4 more rows left. Okay. Join that, tighten down the loop, make sure the tail is long enough. Okay, chain 1 and turn. And 20 single crochets in white across. I will be coming back and tightening up all these little ends before I attach the tassel. Okay. And then this will be 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, and one more white makes 20. Okay, we're going to be clipping off the white and attaching our blue again. Getting the red ready too. My workspace in front of me is a little small. It's essentially the part of the desk that would normally hold a keyboard, but I use a laptop, which is up here, out of screen. You can't see it. You can see it if I do that with my laptop. Okay. So getting 3 skeins of yarn and all the rest of my stuff makes things a little bit tight in front of me. All right, we're attaching the blue. Tighten this down. Chaining 1 and turning. We're going to do 8 single crochet in blue. That's 1. Got a little bit of a splitty blue yarn. Okay. 2. Hello, Latanya. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. Now I'm going to bring that blue to the front, clip it. So we'll now attach the red. Again, I'm leaving a long enough tail so that I can just weave the red in as I go. Come on. Okay, going over the top of the red tail, we're going to do 12 single crochet. 1, 2, and again, this end should be in this is the back side of the work, so the blue tails should be at the back. 3, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait a minute. I skipped a stitch right here. I need to go back. I thought that maybe I did, but I wasn't sure. I think it was because the blue tail was blocking it right there. So this is why we count. Perfect example, right? Okay, so we're going to go in here. That's 1. Okay, and now I'm going to tighten this and pull this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last one makes 12 red single crochet. Okay, we definitely don't want a trapezoid, although I think I'm not crocheting as consistently, but we can kind of stretch it out a little bit. You can block these. Like I did not, she recommends that you block it before you do the tassels, but I didn't block this one. I just tried to make sure to line everything up. So it did come out fairly rectangular. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to clip the red. I'm going to clip this little tail first. Okay. And then I'm going to attach the white. This will be our last row of white. Row 18. Tighten down that red. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to do 20 single crochet across. Okay, now I've got to squish number 12 in here. And then let's make sure we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Number 1 goes here. Okay. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, and one more makes 20. Clip our white. We will still need white for tassels. Okay. Oops, I forgot to clip the red at the end of that last row. Let me do that. It's over here. Okay. Right. So I will need the red. Okay. Now we're going to attach blue for one final row. Okay. Attach the blue, tighten down that white. Chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to do 8 single crochet in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trim my blue. I will need four cuts of, I will need 4 tassels of the blue, so I still will need a little bit more blue. And now we're going to join our red. Leave enough of a tail. Okay, tighten down this blue. And now we're going to crochet 12 single crochets over the top of the tail. 1. I don't think I missed any that time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Congratulations, Monica! Triple entry. 11, and one final one. 12. Okay. For here, now I'm going to just do a chain 1 and fasten off the red. I'll leave enough of a tail to attach the tassel. Okay. All right. We are done with the main body. I'm showing you the back side of the work right now. First of all, we've got our 4 blue ends that I'll weave in. Okay. And then we're going to kind of just tug and tighten down each end just by pulling it. I'm holding on to the work, pinching the work, and then tugging the ends just to tighten them down. Okay. Here at the beginning of the work, I'll be showing you when we attach the tassel. There isn't a red tail here because both of them are on the other side. And so we're going to be doing something. We're still going to be attaching a tassel here, making a tassel on the end so that it's even. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over, tighten down the rest of this. Okay, this one I'm going to clip. That was the tail that I crocheted over the top of. Again, just kind of tightening these, making sure that it kind of evens up the edge a little bit. Okay, and one more. All right. And actually this one, I'm just going to kind of, because there's the two red at the bottom, I'm going to tie that in a little slip knot. Okay, I'm still going to attach, and I'll be attaching a tassel there too. But okay. All right, so this is basically what this looks like. Okay. Okay, now we better weave in these blue ends. Now you just are going to be, what I did with my first one is I kind of sewed it down. Here, let me see if I can get a little bit closer. I will put this on the needle here. And I'm going to come down through this white stitch. Okay. And I'm going to kind of bring the blue through the white single crochet to this next row of blue. And then I'm going to kind of tuck it in behind here. And then I'll come back a little bit. And it might be hard to do that under the camera, so I'm going to tell you. And then with this blue, I'm going to bring it down and do the same thing. And with the third one, but with the fourth one, I'm going to kind of come back up and weave it in or whatever. You can weave it in however you prefer. It's just what I did so that it didn't, so that it was going down into another row and just kind of making it a little bit more secure. Okay, so take a couple minutes to do that. Here, I'll go through this white stitch. Hopefully I don't mess up. Okay. Right. And then so that way the tail is not blocking any of the white stitches. And now I'm going to kind of come here and weave it in through a couple of stitches and then back. And then also the white doesn't get messed up on the front side. I'll go over one more stitch and then just kind of come back a little bit. Okay, next one. This one I can go up. Yeah. Oh no. Just kind of snagged it a little bit. Okay. Go over. Okay. We're not expecting perfection, just kind of trying to do a tidy job getting rid of the blue ends. Okay, I've got 2 more to go. This green tapestry needle is a little like hard to go through. I should have used like a metal needle. I think it would have been easier. Okay. Go down through this white stitch. Okay. Your yarn is splitting. Ah, I know, right? That's the worst. Okay. Okay, I've got 1 more blue end to weave in. Okay, I'm getting lazy. I'm just going to clip it now. It's good enough. All right. Now we're going to be making the tassels, and I will show you we're going to cut some lengths of each of the colors of yarn. We'll be attaching the same color piece of yarn to make a tassel like in blue, and then we'll have one in white, and we're going to alternate. So we only need 4 blue tassels total, and then we have to cut a certain number of each one, and I'll tell you that in a second. But I wanted to give you one more flag fact. So the original design of the flag was adopted by the Second Continental Congress. The 1777 US flag featured 13 white stars on a blue field and 13 alternating red and white stripes to represent the original 13 colonies. Also, the Betsy Ross myth. While commonly taught in schools that Betsy Ross sewed the first flag in 1776, historians note that this story is highly debated and lacks documented historical evidence. The driving force, the idea for Flag Day originally, oh, I see. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah. The driving force. The idea for Flag Day originally came from a gentleman named Bernard Sigrand, a 19-year-old teacher in Wisconsin who began giving the date special notice in 1885. Official recognition. It took decades of lobbying before President Woodrow Wilson issued the first proclamation for Flag Day in 1916. It became a permanent national observance in 1949. Okay. All right, I'll stop reading facts there. I maybe have another fact when we're all done with the flag. Okay. All right. And so, all right. So as you can see, we're going to be attaching a little, a piece of yarn to make. Most of the tassels just have 3 strands. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of measure it out. I'm just going to do okay, 1, because I want them when I fold it in half. I don't necessarily want to waste a bunch of yarn, but I want to make it easy to do the tassel. So these are I'll show you, these are how much I ended up cutting off from the tassel. It does make it easier to make the tassels when you make them long enough, but I might be able to make them a little bit shorter. So we'll see. Okay. So it's maybe about 6 inches long. So right now I'm just eyeballing it. But you can get a playing card and wrap it as many times as you need. And so, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half and fold it in half. And then I'm going to cut my 2 folds here. Okay. And so now I've got my 4 tassels of blue. Okay. So you want to have 4 strands of blue. And then we're going to do 17 strands of red and 18 strands of white. Okay. So again, I'm eyeballing it. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's see. Let's get that card. Oh, where is a playing card? I know I have something close by. Okay, good. I'll use my bald eagle. And we'll just do, okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, and now I'm hoping that this is right. I'm going to go through and cut also have to cut right here. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to count these, but here are my red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oh, 15. I guess I'm short. Okay. 17. Okay. We move this out of the way while now that I've clipped my tassels, I can get my yarn put off to the side so that I have a little bit more workspace. Okay. And now I'm going to make the white. Oh, I missed Latanya's. Let me scroll up. There we go. Latanya got a subscriber entry. Thank you guys for congratulate her. Sammy's like, I thought I was going to break Nightbot. Did you get one too? I didn't see. So if anybody else got one that maybe I missed, let me know. You're not going to break Nightbot. Don't worry about him. He is a hard-working bot. He can handle it. Okay, let's see. Now I need 18 white ones. Let me start up here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Fifteen, 16. Eek. All right, I think I'm close. Let me cut here. See if I have the right number. I might be one short. You never know. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, shoot. 16, 18. I actually went too far. I have too many. So I had too few red ones, and now I have too many white ones. That's okay. We'll put that in this little scrap pile. No big deal. All right. So my card did come in handy. And I can put my white yarn away. Okay. Okay. For the We need to have the right side of our work showing. I'm going to start with the blue and the white, and then I'll bring the red down, but we're going to start here. I'm going to use a hook that's slightly smaller. So I was using a 4mm hook for crocheting. I'm going to use a 3mm hook for making the tassels because it just might be easier to slip into the stitch that way. And so we're going to be working from the back side of our work to the front, and we're just going to kind of pop it in. So you're getting kind of, you're going into that first stitch. Okay. I'm going to take my first blue tassel, fold it in half to create a loop. You're inspired to stay awoke. Okay. And then we're going to pull this loop through the work to the back side. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take the two ends and bring it through, and just slightly close it. But before closing it all the way, stick the other blue strand through the loop. So now there's kind of 3 loops, but you're going to pull it tight with the 2 strands of tassel. Okay. And then just make it nice and tight. And that's it. It's just that simple. Okay. And now I'm going to attach a white tassel. Inspired by the Star Spangled Banner. Okay, so we're making the loop. We're going to go from back to front, and we're going to come into this stitch. Sorry, I'm not on camera. Stick the hook through and pull the loop through there to the back of the work. What I was doing on the other one is I just grabbed all 3 strands and put them through the loop and then tightened it down. Sammy, yay! You got a triple entry. All your hard work paid off. There you go. Yeah, you're all, heck yes. Okay. All right, tighten it down. There's 2. We're going to try to move a little bit faster. We're at almost the 2-hour mark. I don't think I can finish this in 5 minutes, but I'm not going to finish it in 5 minutes. So it's a good thing I started early tonight, right? Okay. For the next blue one, we're going to go into that stitch. I'm probably not putting it exactly where it's supposed to go, but it's okay. It's for the house, to quote one. Trying to line up my ends so that it's about even. Hold this here. Okay. Let me. There we go. Did Sunita get something? Or what did Sunita score? Anyway, I didn't see any comment from Sunita, so okay. All right, now we're back to white. And then we have one more. Wait a minute. 1, 2, white. Yeah, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I have 2 more blue. For some reason, I thought I only had 1 more blue left. Okay. Look. Hey, Mateo. Okay. Hello. Monica, congratulations. Got a double entry. Okay. White. Now we have blue. Ah. Okay. Another white. Ah. What's that? I missed a comment about somebody winning something. Somebody won a game. What? Oh, the Yogi Canes won the fourth game. Canes won the fourth game. Oh, is that like short for hurricanes or something? Help me out here. I'm a little lost. Are you talking World Cup? Okay, white, last blue one, and then it'll just be red and white for the rest. Okay. The other tassels do tend to get in the way a little bit, so it's a little unwieldy here. Okay. So there's all the blue and white. Now on to white. I'm going to move my red ones down, because now I'll be alternating red and white for the rest of this side and the other side. And there goes my hook. I'm going to pick that up real quick. Okay. How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it. All right, our first red tassel. Yes, our first red tassel. Oh, did somebody else get one? Hold up. Here we go, Angela. Congratulations, triple entry. Why am I getting Facebook notifications? Stop it. Okay. Hook. Oh, I've got all those little, do I have any of them attached? What would be good to keep these other tassels out of the way is one of those little clips. And I don't think I have any like over here, but that's something to keep in mind, is that these would be nicely out of the way if I had one of those little clips that I could keep moving it out of this, the area here. All right, white. Turn off. There we go. All right. I should not get any more Facebook notifications. What is a win on Yogi? It says subscriber entry. It says lucky subscriber monthly wheel entry or something like that. Actually, I've got one as an example. It will look like monthly wheel entry. It'll say subscriber lucky monthly wheel entry. That's what that looks like. Okay. And you can get one of those per live, Terry. Okay. Red next. Okay. I feel like this is, the tassels take longer than almost the rest of the project. No, maybe that's just because I've got the end in my sights. Okay. Tighten that up. Did I Pull that through. Know if I pulled it through. So there we go. Wait, I just messed that up. Ah. Okay, back to white. Okay. All right, I should put on a little music or something, like something patriotic. Or maybe somebody can sing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming. I cannot sing. If you didn't know before, this song would prove it. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fly. And the rocket's red glare The bombs bursting in air. Gay proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? White. I'm not putting these all in the right place because I'm getting I'm getting tired. Yeah. And I'm just like, I just want to be done. And we still have the other side, and then we need to trim it, but we will not give up. It does have a brutal range, right, Dawn? I need somebody who can sing it because I can't. I never could sing. For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Okay, so we have 2 more to go on this first side. Okay, and now, as I mentioned earlier, there is not a tail here. So for this red end, as my kid's mom would call us in for the night. Oh, as kids, my mom would call us, hold up, would call us in for the night. She hit the high note. We came in. It was embarrassing. Oh my gosh. It was probably more embarrassing for her than she was probably like, or maybe not. Maybe okay. So because there isn't a tail, we're going to use 2 strands. Okay. For this end tassel, and we're just going to stick that in here somewhere. Okay. Okay, and tie that down. All right. Okay, so that's one side done. Okay, now I will trim that after I finish the other side. Okay, flip. Over here, we're going to start with a red one. Okay, and it'll go around both of these. My flag looks great. You now have a pair. Oh, yeah, almost. Okay. Okay, white. On the other side, it's going to look just a little bit different. You'll go into a slightly different place. If you watch Joe's tutorial, she shows you exactly where to attach your tassels. So don't fret that my hands might be slightly off screen. You can go and check out Joe's tutorial. The link for her website is pinned up at the top. You can go over to her website, get all the pattern there, and then you can also click on the link to her video there. Make sure to give her a like and subscribe. She's got a lot of tutorials. Red next. All right, fine. Wait, I'm so confused. Where did it go? Goodness. Okay, tighten that down. Oh my gosh. I really need the clip. I need the clip. I know I had a clip over here. Okay, you guys, I will be right back. I'm just going to play a quick little song and I'm going to make sure that I don't miss any quotes. So I'm just going to click on this yogi just to keep track of my place. But let me play a quick song. We're going to take a little 1-minute break, or maybe not even. We don't even need to do a 1 whole minute break. But when I come back, I will just end the little break early. Okay. All right, let me go back up to the comment, make sure I didn't miss anything. Boy, there was a lot. Okay, Mara, earworm, it's okay, unexpected. Okay. Okay. So you know what? Every time I send out one of my Notions tin, I always put a couple of these little clips in there. And so, but I don't have any like handy for me. So I'm using one to hold the tassels that are already done out of the way. And then I brought an extra one because I just need to have these close by. I don't know why I didn't have a couple handy. But anyway, all right. Just going to scroll down real quick. Let me unclick this and make sure. It's like, okay, be safe. All right. USB BRB, says Anita. If you have clothespins, they may sub for the, yes, right. Clothespins would also work. I don't have, I should, but I don't. I know that there's something somewhere on this desk and it's a mess right now. It's a total mess. Okay. All right, scrolling down. Okay, I'm caught back up. So hopefully I didn't miss too much, but yeah. All right, sticking this here. Okay. Next, white. Okay. Yeah, I think it's helping to have these out of the way as I tie the next one. So grab one of those for your project. Like if you're not doing this tonight, then have it for when you do it. Okay. Okay. Wait. You just used your ends. You just all right. I feel like I'm cruising now. The end is near. The end is nigh. Maybe. Eh. Okay, we're almost, but not quite halfway down this side. red. And of course, I feel like this project can be done a lot more quickly than, that we've been on here for about 2.5 hours, and I haven't been fully, working. I have to stop. I look at chat. I, do all the things. But if you're just sitting and doing this, you can do it very quickly. And I'm trying to like keep it underneath the camera so that you can see. Okay. But start to finish, it should take you less amount of time than this. You could probably have a couple of them done in this amount of time. Friends are the best. So true. Okay. Red. 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. I do have 4 red. I was like, I don't have enough red, but I do. Yes, and the links that are dropping, please make sure to go check them out and pick them up, like Sanita and Sandra, Scandalous, and little Carrie, that's Jet1N. And then also dropping tonight is Naomi from Aloha Crochet. Please make sure that you go over and check them out and pick them up. People have some goal. Jen Reeves, they have goals of watch hours and stuff. If you have any goals, like you just want some more friends, if you would like to drop your channel, type the word mindful, Mindful, and Nightbot will drop your channel for you and we can go over and pick you up. Also, type mindful, looking for friends, mindful, watch hours, mindful, close to a goal, or whatever. Like, let us know what you're working toward. Okay, next red. Yes, this is happening. Oh, yes, Jen Reeves. She says, mindful, need watch hours, please. And there is her channel. I would appreciate it. Okay. Where am I now? Okay. Should be white. I finally got all of Nisi's playlist watched. That's awesome. I know she is so close too. Maybe Jen, as a moderator, can you drop Nisi's channel so that even though she's not here, people can go over and give her some watch hours too? Nisi is Freehandly Made, and she is trying to get remonetized. She was monetized before, and is looking to get monetized again. So I know that she's getting fairly close. I've been running her playlist as well as Jen's. Okay. So close. 2 more white and 2 more red, and then we can trim these up and call it a faux. There we go. There's Nisi's channel right there. Freehandly Made. You know, sometimes you just need a second device. Get all your playlists queued up. You know, you can put them into one big playlist and just play. Just go. Turn the volume way down to like number 2. No, but actually, if you can, watch as well. And make sure you hit the like button and you leave a little comment to let them know you've been there. That's also a good idea. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, if that makes sense. I don't have strong feelings either way. But did you guys hear about Mr. Beast reaching 500 million subscribers on Friday? I think it was Friday. It might have been Thursday. 500 million. He did a live stream and the numbers were ticking, and then he would tell people to unsubscribe, and bunch of people came off. Mr. Beast, he's like the biggest YouTuber. He has like, I think, the most subscribers of any human being. And he's 28 years old. All right. 2 to go. Yeah, it is a lot. 500 million worldwide. 500 million worldwide. We're on the last tassel. It's a miracle. What does he do? All kinds of stuff. He actually has done TV shows. It's like, have you ever heard of oh, he does a bunch of shows where he gives away millions of dollars. He's a whole brand. I mean, I just don't even know how to describe him. Entertainment. He's under the entertainment heading. Okay. So all the tassels are tied. Now I just need to kind of I'm going to be laying it out over here next to me. I'm going to switch cameras. And hopefully, let's just see. Okay, I have to actually stop the extra camera. So let me go back to this setup, remove. I'll put myself back up in a second. I know you can't really see me, but I'm going to select my other camera. Oh wait, stop extra camera. There I am. Okay, now let me do an extra camera, but switch to my other camera. Here we go. Share that, add that to stage, and then let's swap to this. No, stop it. What are you doing? There we go. Okay, this is my other workspace where I'm going to trim the edges. That's the best view I can give you. I wish I could give you a little bit better view, but whoopsie. All right, let me, well, anyway, hopefully you'll be able to see it. So here's my other one. Okay. And I'm just using an old Cricut mat, one that doesn't really have a lot of stick anymore. And I have a little Omni grid, which has inches marked out. Okay. And I'm going to kind of, oh, I've got extra yarn in the way. All right. And I'm also using my rotary cutter by Olfa. I have a mat to go with the Olfa, but it's too big to fit on my little side table here. Okay, so let me put this face up. And I'm lining up the knots with one of the lines on the mat, like one of the inch mark lines. And I just have to spread it out all nice. Get the tassels laid out so that they're kind of even. This mat has just enough stickiness to it. Yeah. So, okay. You know what? This should help. Let me use my little hook to kind of separate the tassels by color. And that'll just straighten it out a little. Okay. And I'm going to try to pull them a little bit tighter also. Okay. It looks pretty good. Okay. All right, just so you can kind of see. Now you could have longer tassels. You can do them, you know, at like a 2-inch tassel if you want. I don't want them that big. I just want them about an inch. Okay, and so I'm going to lay the little acrylic grid, Omni grid over the top. And I'm going to have it lined up with those knots. Just a little bit off. Okay. And then I'm going to use my rotary cutter and just cut right up the side of that acrylic. Okay, and then I can just scrape all the little ends away. I'm going to stick those in my bag over here with the other ones. Okay, and then I'm going to swap it around. Just do it upside down because I'm a righty, so I have to do it right-handed. Okay. All right. Kind of separate with the hook, the tassels. so they're not as overlapped. Okay, into the blue. All right, again, the knots of my tassels are on a line, and I'm going to put the little omni grid over the top at about 1 inch. Just make sure those are nice. Okay. Use the rotary cutter and cut and scoop them up. All right. This side. It's kind of left a little bit of, fuzz on this sticky mat, but it's fine. That'll be fine. And then here is that. Now I'm going to swap again over to, actually, I'm just going to hold them up at this point. We've got both of them here. Let me stop the camera. I'm going to switch to this, remove and stop. Stop extra camera. Okay, great. Okay, so let me move this out of my face. Okay. All right, and so here are our little USA flag. Again, not anatomically correct. Flag mug rug. There's mug rug number 1. Mug rug number 2. I am hoping before 4th of July or before I leave for my California trip on the 2nd of July that I can have 2 more of these made up. And so that I'll have a set of 4. I think that'd be kind of fun. And yeah. So wait a second. My camera is off. You can't see. Hold on a second. Oh, interesting. I can see myself, but I don't know why you guys can't. Hold up. Thanks for letting me know. Let me add the stage. Can you see me now? Let's see. There we go. I'm back. All right, good. I think it was just jostling the extra camera around. Thank you. Yeah, you see my thumbnail. Yeah, but now you can see me. Okay, good, good. So sorry about that. All right. So anyway, here are the 2. And I'm hoping that I can make a couple more of these. All right. Yay. Thank you guys for letting me know. I'm so sorry that I disappeared for a minute there. I have the live pulled up on my phone, but it was behind. So now it's caught up. Yay. Okay. Let me move some stuff out of my way. I'd like to bring back up the, thanks, Diana. Thank you, Sammy. And thank you, everybody. My overlay was on. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was. I had to remove myself and go again. And anyway, we'll see. All right. So, but thank you for that. Let me read. There was a couple more little Flag Day info. Astronaut uniform patches. Okay, so the American flags seen on astronaut uniforms were not standard issue until 1965. During the Gemini 4 mission, astronauts Ed White and Jim McDivitt bought flag patches out of their own pockets. Okay, so they paid for them out of their own pockets. All right, and why can't I scroll down easily with this? Let me Okay. Flag protocol. Okay. While the US flag code specifies that the flag should not touch the ground, it does not mandate that a flag that brushes the dirt must be destroyed. It can be flown as long as it is not dirty, and there are no rules against washing a flag. So if your flag accidentally touches the ground, wash it, fly it high. Okay. Um, when an American flag is permanently retired, the U.S. Code specifies that burning is the only approved disposal method. If you'd like, I guess there are, oh, also, if you want, you can, there are flag drop off boxes. Like, as an example, we have a VFW. Office or like a Veterans of Foreign Wars, and they have a flag drop box so that they, like, if you want to if you need to retire a flag because it's getting kind of tattered looking, then you can put it into their drop box and they will safely dispose of it. There are other places that you can take it to. I think you might even be able to take it to local, like Elks Lodges. You can give them to Boy Scout troops and they'll take care of them as well. All right. Well, I think I am going to kind of leave it at that and wrap it up. Did I miss anybody's receiving entries? Did I miss any of the entries, or did I acknowledge all of your entries that got entries? I know a lot of you have left already, but did I get Angela's? Let me check. Yeah, I got her. She got a triple entry. Did she just get the one? I did get hers. Yeah. So I did. And don't forget that in about 10 minutes, Mona from Sifting Some Soil and More is going live. So if you're a night owl, you can stay up and hang out with her. My live will redirect you over to her live after. Don't forget to say Mindful Raid. I'm going to try to pop in there as I'm getting ready for bed and everything. And I appreciate you all being here and sticking it out while I made my mug rug. And thank you so much. I'm going to leave it at that again and say take care and be kind. Bye.